You're on.
Good, all right, let's call the meeting to order. It's like the record show that the meeting is being video and audio taped. And we'll be going to the city's, what is it, the YouTube, right? YouTube. All right, so the first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the last meeting. Are there any changes or modifications?
Motion we accept the minutes as written.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Any old business? None. Any new business? Dan, your update?
Really good first 3 weeks of the season, close to probably 200,000 in revenue in 3 weeks. I have run into a couple little worker issues along the way, so I'm going to talk to Deb about processing a couple more people through. Kind of take care of that. We're fine, but I just need to get more people
Right.
going. I'm not going to obviously spell out any details here, but just to get a couple more people going through and start training them and make them full time. Other than that, it's been very busy on the average days and better, and a little slower on the poor days. It's been a very good start to the year. That's about it for me.
Good. Any questions for Dan?
I just know there's a lot of concern and frustration on the slow play, taking about 5 hours to play.
Starting this weekend, I'll have a third person doing some outdoor stuff / rangering, probably from 10 to 2 each day. That kind of leads into one of the issues I have health-wise. Weekdays, for the shop staff, personally on my end of it, and the shop staff, I think they might agree with me, is that the weekends run a lot smoother because there are larger groups, 3 seasons, 4 seasons all day long. We do a lot of pairing people up, singles, 2 singles, 3 singles all week. I think that tends to bog it down a little bit. Not so much getting off the first tee, but having mix and match groups, slower players during the weekend, during the week. I just don't know if I can put a third person on all week long.
Would you change the tee times, like to move them to like 10 minutes rather than 8
We
minutes?
use a lot of
We do
tee
a bunch
times.
of T10, so
Yeah.
no problem.
No.
But I mean, if there are issues, people can call in, we can get help, we will, to deal with specific issues, but I don't think putting a third person on during the week is beneficial right now. I mean, maybe over the summer, if we start cramming 5 days a week, then maybe it's something to look at, getting someone else.
Yeah, the other day there were 3 groups on 16, I was one of
Yeah.
them, but there were these 2 guys who were new members, and
Yeah.
they just said, couldn't believe how slow
Yeah.
the play was.
That was weekday, right?
Weekday, and
Yeah.
they left after
After
16,
yeah.
and they just said, we had
Yeah,
other
it's-
commitments, so.
It's had bogged down a couple times for the week. Weekends, I think, have been okay.
Yeah, because I mean, the league's gonna be starting pretty soon too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Some of them weren't playing matches, so. But yeah.
It's something we can just watch and see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
I had some rumblings about the course closures over the past year or so, and starting on the course, and then it rained in the morning or whatever, and the course, some in the afternoon, the course is closed. Is there a set protocol I can tell members that, like, or anyone that, like, hey, this is the reason why, like, all these check boxes were hit, this is why we're closing, or is it just a call made? And it's not-
I deal with Bill on that.
Yeah,
We talk and.
total gut call, especially like this. So in spring, it's a whole different situation. There's really no drying up the golf course that gets wet. So guys say the same thing. They say, oh, it stopped raining at 9 a.m. Right, it's 29 degrees out and there's 0 sun. It's going to be soaked for 3 days. You get an inch of rain and it is in July or August. You got a great chance of that grass sucking it up. Right now, no grass is drinking anything. No sun's drying right now. The dew point is the dew point.
I think the color will go a long way. Instead of saying the course is going to be closed, like, just giving people details. Okay, this is what's going on in the course right now. This is why, maybe the sun will come out later. You don't have to say it exactly like that, I guess. But just like, this is why we're going to close. Even later in the day, it's still going to be like this, and the rumblings will maybe
Yeah, a lot of the decisions we make, it's based on the duration of the day. So if we're not gonna let carts out, strike one starts making money, gotta staff that pro shop all day. Strike two is what happens when the sun starts to go down at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Then you're not gonna let anybody out at 2, 3 o'clock. So again, big difference between April, November, and that sweet spot of June, July, and August. June, July, and August, we rarely close that golf course. And there's a lot of times we should condition-wise, but there's no point. I mean, and more education, send the information out there, sure. But there's no reason to just go let them wild in middle of April,
And
satisfied.
on the reverse side of that too is, you know, we'll hear opinions on the other side of it too. I think we should have closed today, or I don't think cars should be out there.
I hear that more.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, I just think, people who, if you're saying, cars can't go out, there are people who paid for a season-long membership who would go walk, and they did pay for that ability to go play golf. And
I'll be one.
So, the concerns there for, why can't I go play, I paid for a membership, I paid my money.
I think a lot of parts do protect the golf.
Yes, that's fair.
Damage.
But I think that would help to, I know it's a little bit more work, but even just call sentences like that, what's going on out there.
Sure.
May keep at least a little quieter, so, concerns.
I have another question.
Okay.
Okay, the construction on 140, I mean, is that
Has it
started?
started? I don't know that.
What I know, I just saw a little bit.
I saw
Stay
signs that they're doing paving coming down from Wichita on 40.
Aren't they doing the
So
bike
I-
path over 140?
That's not happening right now, that's not.
Oh, that's totally has sewer.
So
So
is that-
I just mentioned it to kind of have people plan ahead. Hey, this might take you 10, 15 minutes longer to get down from.
They're paving from Green Street to the Winchton line, I believe, is what it is.
Okay.
And it's the
Yeah,
state-
but maybe they haven't started yet. I don't know.
Okay.
They just started prepping it.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
what
I threw that in an email just to say,
Right.
listen, if you come down from Winchendon, New Hampshire, that's the way you go, just plan ahead.
In other news,
Give
the
yourself-
state is also paving Route 2, it's gonna be rerouted through the city of Gardner, so there'll be
Oh.
people slowing down from coming from further away that way.
Bring your clubs.
So,
Okay.
it's gonna.
No, just, they just kind of trying to
Not
add
even
to.
to.
Right, no, I saw that, I was like, okay, well, where is this?
Wide range
To help
shots.
succeed,
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
I think it was good.
Running right by us.
You know?
Any other questions?
Did we go up on the 9/18 mill prices? Have you heard?
they got it posted, I believe you said, right?
So the other ones-
I never received an answer on that.
Oh, okay, someone would respond back to you.
I
Maybe,
never responded on it.
maybe we can go to everybody, yeah, Jeff said they need it.
Yeah, you gotta post the rates otherwise.
So post them on the website.
Nope, they gotta get posted in the Gardner News as one of the legal section.
Yeah, like what I can publicize a date that a will increase on this such and such a date, so that people have a couple weeks.
Maybe something in the file cabinet from the previous time that it was done. There wasn't? And there was one up in the other office.
Yeah.
It was in the back room.
Yeah, there's a problem.
Oh, okay.
Archives.
Any other questions for Dan?
I had
The website too, right?
the email addresses for the floorball, we talked about that last fall, you should have those packets of older, that we can go through, of the older
The old,
applications,
Yeah,
so we could possibly push an advertisement out earlier.
oh, yeah.
Targeted advertising on Facebook, just see how it goes, maybe we can get a bigger group. And understandably, obviously, the Men's and Women's Swim Association have not started yet, we've been extending the
They'll be going out.
early, people are wondering when it's gonna start, they have a start date.
It'll start the weekend of the 8th and 9th.
Okay, that's what I figured. Like, I know they sort of-
Yeah,
I guess after
I want to get more paperwork out.
I mean, of course, the warm, wait, very early, you start
Right, that's-
running, even if you start running that, now you're providing the money even more, so it's not, it wasn't the time to start, but people are asking, so
Right.
I don't know if I'm gonna email and just go out. So
Yeah.
People know, like, hey, it's gonna start
Start
later now.
collecting.
Even if it's time to start out yet, just like this is when we're starting. For those. But that was it.
Bill?
We actually need rain, if you can believe it. That's how fast it dried out. Sunny, dry, windy. We had a pipe issue, our discharge pipe coming out of the pump house, which we actually just fixed this morning. the same pipe issue that we have coming in. Crystal Lake has some nasty water. Anybody who lives in proximity of and has a hot water tank with a coil in it pretty much knows. It eats metal. So we replaced the cast iron pipe going out with stainless steel pipe. Should last 100 years. We have another pipe that's still cast iron and expanded metal sitting out in the water, which is basically perforated right now with rot and rust. So Band-Aid wise, I think we'll be okay this season, but it's something that we definitely need to address at the end of the year. And it's going to be Concom, stuff like that, because it's going to be working in and on Crystal Lake. So irrigation wise, we're okay, but we're not great. So it could rain a little bit. Nighttime temps come up, we're good. Other than that, here we go.
Any questions for Bill?
I have.
Shoot, almost at your max today.
Any updates on the shrubs, the trimming of the shrubs in front of the pro shop?
I talked to Danny, and he said he doesn't really have much limited view in there, but one of the willows, which is, if you look from the pro shop right to 1T, we pulled a willow out, which was an entire tree. And then we did prune back some of the rhododendron there to number 10. So if these guys find that they can't see stuff from the inside the pro shop, let me know.
And the other thing is to put some signs up for number 17 and 9 as to where the players go when driving their carts, because I was playing behind a group, 4 guys, and their carts were on the left-hand side of 17 on the side of the bunker, and they proceeded to go down the hill, and it was
Put our signs up.
scary.
Mm-hmm.
And 9, they all always go to the left
To the left,
too,
okay.
yeah. We
Sure.
should have something that,
Okay.
'cause that's kind of scary watching these people trying to maneuver down that cliff off of 17 to 18T.
Okay.
Well, that was it. I'm done.
Nice job.
I'm at my quota.
Greens are fast, course was good.
We're getting there.
Okay.
They're fast, crazy enough because they haven't grown yet. Like, we're trying to force the issue, we're trying to do a bunch of stuff, and everybody says the same thing. Like, why is it still brown? It's, like, it's 30 degrees over there.
Very firm, but nothing holds.
A little too firm. No irrigation in 30 degrees is usually a pretty bad situation. So, don't enjoy it too long.
I got it on ground dormant for maybe the whole winter.
That's true, actually. Welcome home.
The changes made are great, of course, looks wonderful.
Good, enjoy it.
Yeah.
We're busy, we're gonna be busy here.
Now, on number 10, where those, you took out the trap
Mhm.
on the right,
Come on.
and those 2 humps, are they both gonna remain there, or are you gonna be?
I have no intention of messing with those things.
Okay.
I'll leave it.
You know,
So are they gonna be mowed, or are they just gonna,
kind of like we've always
like
done.
we have?
Yeah, knock them down at the end of the season, but yeah, if people hit it in there. We just tried to speed that up a little bit in that bunker, and there was like the ultimate holding water. It was wild, that bunker would stay, it was basically soaked for like weeks on end, and that water would then leach down through that soil, and then soak the whole right side of that green collar, and then soak the bottom. And you think about how much rain we've gotten this year since we pulled that bunker out, it's like bone dry over there.
Yeah.
It's not like it just rained and it sat there. It's like it sat there and it literally just kept soaking everything for weeks on end, so, yeah. But as far as the mounds,
Did you fill it in, did you dig down and then fill it back in?
Both.
Both.
yeah, we kind of took the soil around it because it was hipped up, flipped that over, packed it, and then took a little material out with that swale. So all that water that comes flying down 10 either grabs it to the left and goes in the drain that we did 4 or 5 years ago, or kicks it, swales it to the right, so 10 should never float away again.
It's good.
It's a nice improvement, thank you.
Thanks.
Any other questions for Bill? Commission comments or questions? Any, David? Since you've been,
Been here 15
you only been home for
minutes,
10 minutes, you don't have anything?
No, I don't have a thing.
You're all saying?
I am.
Nothing, no.
All right, let's go on to the financials. All right, so the spreadsheet is the revenue up through April
This
22nd.
is up to date with the spreadsheet.
So anyways, the total revenue is at 753,000. So,
The spreadsheet is slightly different.
yeah, it's within 2,000 bucks.
Right, if you're looking here. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got roughly 9 weeks left for our fiscal year. So I'm projecting that the revenue will probably be probably a little bit less than last year. Probably somewhere between $950 and $1 million will probably come in at. That's just my projection.
Well, this is 45 right here for last week.
Okay.
That's not in there.
Yep.
So we're up to pretty much 800.
And you can see that the memberships are coming up and tokens, car rentals. So, that's good. The other report are the expenses. So right now we are at 732 in expenses, which includes the 195, which is the indirect costs. We may have to transfer some money over before the end of the year, just to cover some of the costs that we had with the restaurant and the pro shop. We put on new roofs on both buildings, put new windows in the restaurant. We also repaired the chimneys at the restaurants. What did we spend on? About 35,000?
Between those two buildings, it was like 50,000.
50,000?
Yeah, 15 and 35.
Okay.
And then John's gonna do 100,000 out of the surplus at the end of this fiscal year, I believe. So surplus is at 375-ish. Take 100 off that, 275. And then as long as expenses won't even be as close as revenue,
Right.
put more down.
So are there any questions on the financials?
Motion to accept the financials.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Do we, regarding the restaurant, Todd's received a liquor license or?
I mean,
I
yes.
believe he has, I think he's
Yep.
probably ready to go.
And do you know opening day or?
Tentative next week.
Soft,
Soft
it's
open.
not publicized.
Not anymore.
And we'll be 40. He's in Florida, we're fine.
All right, so next meeting date, let's go with May 16th. Is that good with everybody? Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nobody's opposed, I would assume.